Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we talk outdoors every Saturday morning from Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Tennessee, Brownsville, Tennessee. Now that we're all hooked up at the part of the Brownsville News Network and also News Talk 101.5 in Jackson. And this being the third Saturday of the month, that's our new sidekick is Guy Trebo, our webmaster from lroutdoors.com. And, Guy, you're home alone today. I mean,
yep.
Frank had a flat on his
pick
ATV.
I got to pick up Frank's slack today.
Yeah. Frank, just talked to Frank, and he's probably selling 2 or 3 Kubota tractors, and he won't be with us this morning. But in their place, Ron Mcswain, my brother by another mother, coming from Germantown Baptist Church, Chief. I don't know why I called you Chief. It just came to me. You kind of look like the Chief, you know. Head of the men's ministry, I guess, at Germantown Baptist Church out on Poplar Avenue. They're going to kick off the Wild Game Dinner circuit here. And we have a circuit. And I know that this is probably one of the best, if not the best. Yeah, I know which one's the best. It's my church, but I'm going to go ahead and say that. But Wild Game Dinners is coming up. It's called the Germantown Baptist Church Outdoor Expo and Wild Game Dinner, and that's next Saturday at Germantown Baptist. And it says all sorts of stuff going on. The expo opens at 4 p.m. The dinner is at 6 p.m. And I know they got all that great food because I go out there and I get the great food. But right now you can get tickets $15, right, Ron? Right now, a week
correct.
Before. And if at the door, it's $20 at the door, right? What if you bring a door with you? You still pay $15? Okay, it's at the door. But we've already talked to Ron a little bit and kind of chatted a little bit with Tom. I don't know if Kevin said anything yet, but he's probably saving it now for because Kevin, what does this Wild Game Dinner mean to both you guys?
Well, to me, it's our most popular event that we, as a church, do every year. There'll probably be in excess of 1,000 people there, and one of the things we like preparing the food. Look, it's not just thrown together; it's done right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and you don't want pheasant that's been baked over, for 3 hours, 2 days before.
Okay, all right.
So it's done just right, and everybody will have a great time. We'll share the gospel message as a part of the kind of the outdoor culture and tie those things in, and everybody will have a fantastic time.
All right. What about your other sidekick there?
Well, I'm awful glad he said we don't just throw that food together because I work real hard getting this stuff fresh. We do get the meat donated early in the week, but we do keep it contained. But we cook it fresh that day. We've got about $150,000 worth of barbecue equipment. And my experience, which is over about 47 years, so we know how to cook it, and whenever it gets on the table that night, it's going to be the best you'll ever taste. So we want you to come.
And you have a little experience in barbecue, do you?
47 years. I competed 20 years at Memphis and May, really throughout the whole Southeast. 2-time world champion in these competitions. We've cooked everything from blue-winged teal to alligator, and obviously hog and wild hog. So I believe we can cook whatever these guys bring in, and I think it'd probably be some of the best you've ever had. So we want you to come.
And it's amazing what they can do as far as getting that line through and feeding that many people. These guys have got it down to a science. And Ron, I know this year, I've been privileged to speak out there. You've had a lot of great speakers over the 2 decades, and I guess I probably relate to this guy better than any of the other speakers since I had on that ghillie outfit and no one knew who I was. I have a radio face, so that night no one knew who I was. It was like a big bush standing up there. But you've got a guy now that can entertain you, and I'm assuming he's going to do a little gospel talk too. So talk about our guest, and we'll bring him in right here.
Well, this is Steve Bargatze. He's with the TSSAA, but I first saw him at a church where he did a catfish dinner.
Yeah.
And I've never seen anybody like him. He's very unique in that he's not only a comedian, have you laughing where you're going to fall off your chair one minute,
and then the next minute you're bug-eyed with what he can do as a magician.
Wow. Well, I want to talk. We got Steve. I got you on the phone right now, and I've seen the picture of you. I don't know if you carry that 8-ball around with you very much, but you're definitely behind it in the way the photograph was taken. But first of all, good morning, Steve, and tell us a little bit about your program that you'll be putting on at Germantown Baptist.
Well, I'm pretty well known in all the game where people get to eat game food. Apparently, I'm doing catfish dinners, and now, but I'm a little nervous. 1,000 people. This might be a record for me, being in front of this many people. But
well, don't worry. Don't.
I've been doing I've been doing this crap for about almost 40 years.
I think you got it down, and don't worry. The people eat so much they may be asleep. Time that you get to get up there, you're going to have to
come
wake
for
them
the
up.
food. You stay for the entertainment, and just hope that you get entertained a little bit there.
Well, what do you do? What will you? Can 1,000 people? If one shows up, that's the way Ron feels. He wants a lot more, but if one comes to know the Lord, I know that's part of the deal. But give us a little hint of what you'll be doing.
Well, I mean, I'll just show you what the talent that God has blessed me with all my time. I was actually a special ed student growing up in school, and I had a teacher that used magic just to make me want to learn enough that it went on and actually graduated from college.
Wow.
Just because I wanted to learn how to read and do all this stuff because of magic. Magic was, it's something that kind of got me excited to make kids like me and stuff like that. It's something I can use and do. And I've warmed up for Jeff Foxworthy, Bill involved. I've done shows for Johnny Depp. I did one for President Bush in the White House.
Well,
one for Bill Cosby. I warmed up, but I need to quit saying that one.
No, that's
but,
okay.
All the rest of them. No.
Yeah. So you've been doing this, and I see here that you, like me, come from an alcoholic family. I mean, my dad was an alcoholic, and
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that brings it close to home for a lot of us my age now that had home life that wasn't the best, and you were able to overcome that. Do you bring that into your testimony?
Yeah. Most definitely do. I was lucky, and I was kicked out of my home when I was really young. As a teenager, I had a lot of fights with my dad and family. I got beat up pretty bad a couple of times, and but I ran away from. I was originally from Louisville and ran away to Nashville. And the funny thing that always gets me too is I grew up Catholic. My family was Catholic, even though they wasn't very good ones. But I remember my confirmation name. I picked Joseph. And I picked Joseph because I was dumb and I didn't know any other names in the Bible besides Jesus, and I knew they wouldn't let me have that one. And so I took Joseph. Yeah. But then I found out later there was 2 Josephs in the Bible, and the other one, it just proved to me that God's been with me since I was a little kid, and Christ, and I mean, He knew that He was going to take me away, and then I would come down here, and I met another Vargas. It was my cousin. His name was Ron Vargas.
Yeah, I know Ron. Ron was Vanderbilt, wasn't he, or something?
Yes, sir. He was at Vandy for 9 years. He went to off the P, did Tech, and he's still very involved in the sports scene here in Nashville.
Yeah,
but he took me off the streets and showed me a normal family, and took me when he first, at first he made me go to church.
he
went to church.
Yeah.
He used to go on Wednesdays. I used to think, how much do you sin if you have to go to church on Wednesday? And but it was just there seeing a godly man and introduced and made me realize just how great Christ is and what He did for me. And I still perform in Vegas, and I was in Vegas 2 weeks ago. But when I perform, Christ is with me. I mean, I'm the same guy. I don't do different things because I'm there than I will do at your church. They will see the same show I do if they came and saw me in Las Vegas.
Wow, you went to Sin City, so you were in Sin City, and
I was there.
You were there, and you're back. And again, this is a wonderful opportunity, folks, out at Germantown Baptist and Outdoor Expo and Wild Game Dinner, and that is next Saturday, the 24th. The doors open at 4 with vendors, and I'll be out there, and hope you guys can stop by and visit with me. I'll have a table out there as a vendor. I'm not selling popcorn or anything. I always think of vendors, somebody's popcorns and Coke, but
That's right.
And then the program is at 6, and I know they'll rush those people through and everything. And, Steve, we look forward to meeting you. Thank you.
You know what? Just one last thing. This is a great opportunity to bring friends that don't know Christ.
Yes. Yeah.
Just to go around and see what I see. We just need to be around Christian men to see what it's like and have an opportunity to get to know our Savior.
Well, thank you, Steve, and we will see you next week when you come to Germantown. Okay.
All right, I'm looking forward to see your radio face. I can't wait.
It's a wonderful radio face. Yeah, I'll be the one wearing the mask. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm excited.
Thank you, buddy. All right, Steve Bergazzi, and I know Ron Bergazzi, and great man out of Nashville, and wow, he's got a pretty good testimony here. This guy's
very good.
I'm looking forward to it, knowing his background and things along that line. It's not easy to pick speakers. I know that year you picked me, I know I was the fourth choice. Two of them passed away, and the other one was still in the jail. And so I got the chance to go out to Germantown Baptist and take over. Of course, I know that was probably one of your smaller crowds because some people left early. But, no, I'm just kidding. Great time. Lots to eat. And I was blown away when you said that about, how much food. Because we're doing that, too. We have fish. Now, I'm going to throw in that plug because we do have fish. Ours is a men and boys wild game and fish dinner. Now, you guys, how many pounds? Did you hear that? Hey, guy, how many pounds did he say?
A lot.
A lot. He said a lot. How many?
No, we're cooking the one whole hog. Will be a little over 100 pounds, but we've already cooked about 35 or 40, 400 pounds of pork. I don't know how many alligators, how many snakes, or how many ducks, but
what?
We'll have about
we'll have them coming in.
There that'll be donated.
Let's go back to that other one you said before, the snakes. I mean, these are rattlesnake, right?
Well, it's hard to tell when they're on the plate.
Well, at my former church, we always had a raccoon. We had two of them. We had one that we always kept the foot there so they'd know what it really was.
That's right.
So you didn't want to make sure she wasn't cooking Puss in Boots next door or something like that.
There is one thing we would like to make clear. This is a family event.
It
is.
We
encourage the wives and the kids. They're going to have a great time.
They are going to have a great time. Guys, thank you all for stopping by this Saturday morning. Appreciate you, and we'll see you out there next Saturday, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and maybe we won't talk about food again, but I'm really excited about this show. This kind of kicks it off, so I'm ready for one of the number one female shooters in the world is getting ready to come on Outdoors with Larry Ray right here in Memphis, Tennessee.